Hey friends, Mark Holmes here with
Mike
and we tired from our trip from Florida. Jeez, I can't remember where I came from. From California, and out doing a little work and stuff. Headed over to E2 Blue's house. Got a little damage he need to take care of so he can have his birthday party. But as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Blue Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Man, I gotta tell you, Leon Lett said something really interesting when we saw him at the autograph signing. I asked him, I said, Leon, who is going to be your breakout player for the Dallas Cowboys? And he said, Taco Charlton. You remember that? And I got to tell you, a lot of people have been down on Taco. Last year, everybody was saying he's a bust. And, Vosh Lombardi has this thing, he calls it the 80%. 80% of Dallas Cowboy fans, no matter what you do, are not going to be satisfied. They're not realistic even. Taco, understand, I remember we were in Philadelphia, and maybe that's why the Eagles won that Super Bowl. Maybe they got some mojo from Joe Boo or something there. I don't know what it was.
We know what it was. It was his cousin.
Joe Boo's cousin?
We gave him that ring.
Maybe it was. Maybe I need to burn that thing.
No, keep it.
But I remember how the draft was shaking up. You were seeing all the pass rushers and defensive ends and stuff were going off the board like crazy. Defensive backs were, deep. And you looked at it and said, okay, the Cowboys are drafting late in the first round. If they don't take somebody now, they're going to be dropping off on talent-wise. So they kind of reached a little bit for Taco. I'm not sure Taco was necessarily that first-round talent that they always say, and you know how the experts are always right. But when you looked at Taco was very, very raw. I remember seeing him in that Ram game and seeing his first steps. He seemed like he was quick with his first steps, but hadn't developed a lot of moves and things. And of course, last year we were looking at first and seeing him as being a starter because we didn't know what we were going to have with DeMarcus Lawrence. People were still talking about DeMarcus Lawrence being a possible bust after 2 sacks in the playoffs his rookie year, 8 sacks his second year, third year, PED suspension, 1 sack, and back surgery in the offseason. Nobody, and I mean nobody, thought that DeMarcus Lawrence was going to be second in the NFL in sacks. Did you? Yeah, a lot of people are like, he might not even make the team. Yet, what a difference a year makes from that point. But Taco needed to develop some moves. Charles Haley kind of does what Charles Haley does, and that's gets under your skin and pisses you off and gets the most out of you. And said, I don't think his football IQ there is that high. And he's not sure about his desire. Well, I gotta tell you what, Taco has put on some more weight. And I'm not talking about fat. He's put on some muscle. And he is beginning to develop some moves. One of the moves he didn't practice yesterday, I know we're talking about practice and people are making too much out of practice. You have some guys that are great practice guys that can't bust a grape in a game. But Taco has had a great move where he's kind of doing a step to the inside, getting the offensive lineman to flow with him on the inside and get him off balance, and then spin real quick. And I mean, it's a quick spin to go past him. You've seen him going against Lyle Collins, and he shook him out of his jockstrap. Maybe there is a lot too. What Leon Lett said about this guy having a breakout season. I'm actually really, really excited about the pass rush that we're going to be able to put. I still, being the old school nose guard, still believe in the one technique, real big guy, but getting Malik Collins back out there, I know he's not practicing yet, but the fact that he's got a helmet on and he's on the field is big. And Brian Price, a guy nobody really talks much about, quietly has been having a really, really great camp. And he's a little thicker than most of the other guys we have. But I feel like we're going to be able to put wave after wave of guys out there, keep them fresh, that are going to be able to put on some pressure. And that's key. To me, I always say you get the biggest bang for your buck when you invest in the defensive line. And I know a lot of you are like, what? No, understand this. You could have Deion Sanders out there, but if the rest of the guys around there aren't that good, they're going to pass around to those guys. Okay? You need to be good all the way around with the defensive backfield. You can have a great linebacker, but if you don't have a defensive line to help keep him clean, that linebacker's not going to do it all on his own. But you get a great pass rusher, that guy makes everybody else around him that much better. Why? If he can get to that quarterback in 2 seconds or less, that quarterback's making mistakes. It's less time that defensive backs have to hold up their man coverage. It's requiring the offense to take 2 guys to block him because we can't let that guy beat us. We're going to have to keep a running back in, or we're going to have a tight end over there chipping on him, which is one less person out in the roots. So if you get a DeMarcus Lawrence who doesn't look at this moment like a one-year wonder, he looks like he is the tank that he drove into training camp with. You get a Taco out there that's able to really play. If we get a Randy Gregory who you can get a little bit from out there as well, all of a sudden you're putting wave and wave and wave and wave, and you're going to make your defensive backs that much better. So I'm excited as can be. I can't wait till we actually start playing those real games against the Carolina Panthers and then the New York stinking Giants to get the season on. I am ready. You ready, Mike?
I'm ready.
Yeah, Mike looks excited as can be. Whew. All right. Let's see what E2 Blues got to say here today. I'm Mark Holmes. And of course, what is it doing? Raining still on the East Coast. It may never rain in Southern California, but it seems like it never stops raining on the East Coast.